please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We got live before lock. Big shout out to our guy George, who manned the ship on Friday. He crushed it. I checked in on my YouTube app on Apple TV, and even my wife said, "Wow, this guy's pretty good." So, and she hates me, so this is pretty good. That's pretty good.
So that's on par.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Ghost TST, we get the whole gang back. How we do? We'll start with TST. TST, how are you doing? What's new? What's exciting? What's up?
I'm happy to be back and like locked in Sorare. Been so hectic in real life that the past couple weeks I've been like firing off my lineups. There's one week that I was so close to lock that I had, I think, only like 2 of my rares got in, and I didn't get any limiteds in. So I'm just happy that I've been getting, a better look at this week, and hopefully it produces some better results too.
There we go. There we go. We're glad you're back. We missed you. We're glad there's a thing on the wall now. That's exciting. Ghost, Pat Bev for MVP. How are we doing today?
Doing great, man. I had finally a good weekend of Sorare. Got, I think, 4 or 5 rewards. Nothing too crazy, but a couple rare tier 3s.
Nice.
Couple, common.
Couple rare tier 3s?
Yeah. I think I got Jalen Green as a tier 3 rare too, which I was surprised he was down there.
Rocket suck, baby.
But I finally decided to actually purchase some cards off the marketplace for that game instead of just running with what I had, and it worked out. So happy to finally be on a winning streak. I'm
happy for you. I think I'm going to say this right now. If I don't win at least a tier 5 in rare this contender this week, I'm going to give away all my cards. I'm going to just give them all away. I'll explain why when we take a look at it. But this is I'm in full tilt mode. I haven't bought anything. It's just this. If there was ever a week I was going to do well, it's this week. And you'll see when I show you my lineup. Embiid is out for today. I know this is a so rare show, but I've been aggressive in the underdog streets lately and spent the last hour just drafting different versions of Miles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton, who were just ruled out, which is cool. I mean, with underdog, they give you an auto fill. I can do swap rankings here in a second, so it's not so bad, but holy hell. So we get a lot of injury news to sift through. We're getting robbed of Embiid versus Jokic tonight. But in honor of tanking, let's like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Blazers into the chat. We are going to give away a rare tier card today. I just decided because I'm either going to win one and give it away this week, or I'm going to give it all away this week. So we might as well get fired up. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Blazers into the chat. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the slate a little bit, go through some of the projections using Momentum Labs, which you can find a link to that right in the show notes. We'll kind of talk through some of our favorite low-end plays, mid-range, and then our favorite MVP. Then we will we'll go over the injury news. Before that, actually, we'll look at some of our lineups, and then we'll get into questions and answers. We'll do our best to answer as much as we can. There's a lot of you in here. So as always, if you do that little super chat shit, we'll answer your question right away, but it's not required. All right, that covers most of it. I guess as we dive into some of the injury news, I don't know. Do we have any overarching thoughts before we jump into it, fellas? Either
This
one
is
of you?
probably the most wide open slate I feel like of like having tons of value. I feel like almost every team is either resting all of their players or there's like a couple teams that have 3 games that we know that there's going to be guys that are resting. So just a ton of people in play this week compared to normal. I feel like.
Yeah, a lot of play. What about you, TST?
I like Portland. Just like going full tank is just. It's going to be nice, like it was nice last week. Now, like it's kind of like known a little more ahead of time for Sorare purposes. So we'll probably have this week and then the next week, and then like a lot of that value will
Caps
kind of
catch up.
Yeah, the Caps will catch up. So this is a week for Blazers for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you've already seen Shaden Sharp's cap jump from, I think it was like 12, 14, 19 now. So, and you're going to see, and like Watford's up at 25. And I'd go as far to say is don't play Watford. That's how I feel.
Well, he's hurt too, isn't he?
He's doubtful, yeah.
Is he was he announced as doubtful?
He got hurt in the last game, so.
Yeah, I saw him got hurt. That was pretty cool. It was really fun watching. I think I had like 80% of him, and it was just like, yeah, it's like limp around. It's pretty tight. All right, let's go over some of the injury news. Something to point out, too. I don't know if this is going to be on here. Our friend Luka Magic, right? Luka, we talked about it this morning, got his 16th technical, and then they did I don't know what happened. They just decided it's fine. They took it away. So Luka's back in tonight. Giannis has been ruled out. Joel Embiid has been ruled out. Harden looks like he's back, baby. Dame time is out. Halliburton ruled out. Kawhi with a facial contusion. Insert comedy there. He's probable. Lauri Markkanen is questionable. And this doesn't seem like a tank one. It seems like he's trying to play. So we'll pay attention to that. Karl Anthony Towns is out. Ant-Man is questionable. De'Aaron Fox is available. A lot of people surprised about that. Jalen Brunson is questionable. He's another one, though, that was seen at shoot-around. Anthony Simons is out. DeAndre Ayton looks to be back. We got Drew Holiday out. Jeremy Grant out. Miles Turner out. Yusuf Nurkic out. And Michael Porter Jr. as well. I'm just going to do a quick refresh over here.
A bunch of Wizards are out.
Yeah, what do we got? Beal and Kuzma as well, right? The Gafford is questionable. Let's see. Anything else? Kuz is out. Beal's out. I think the rest of it. Tatum looks to be back tomorrow. Marcus Morris is out. I guess that's important. That covers most of it. So as more news comes in, we'll get into it. Lauri wants that most improved player, but Shea going to win that. It should be Lauri. I don't think Shea was already good, dude. Shea was already good. Shea's going to be first team All-NBA. Let Lauri get something. Top Shot Comment Man said no Duarte, no Buddy, no Hallie, no. Oh, wait. So I got to play fucking McConnell this week, huh?
Yeah, his cap is a little high, though. I think he's at like 28. So he's not as big of a value as he was, but he always goes off.
Oh, I hate this. I already have to take back. If you're just joining us because there's millions here, like the stream, subscribe, get hashtag Blazers into the chat. We're giving away a rares here towards the end of this. All right, let's jump into some of the projections here. Let's see what's some of the stuff that we like. What we'll do, we've done this in the past. I know sometimes we talk about it beforehand. We didn't do that tonight, but we'll kind of ping pong back and forth, maybe talk about some of our favorite values, and there's a lot of them. So I feel like we can each just kind of go around. I don't know. Everybody take 2 or 3. Why don't we do that? We'll start since TST. I feel like you're a guest now because you've been out for 16 months. So we'll let our guest TST go first, even though he doesn't have any cool lighting in the background. TST, who are your favorite your cheapos?
I mean, like Portland, you pretty much play anyone that's playing. On that team, I kind of like who is it that I was seeing? Keon Johnson.
Oh, Keon, yeah, Keon's alive and well. He's got a cap of 6 here with a projection of 22.
And just based on like the last games, just looking at the box scores and the minutes and stuff he was getting, so there's obviously a strong argument for Arcidiacono. Almost. And then, of the lower ones, I think those are my 2 favorite there. I mean, Jabari Walker's in there too, but I think I'd prefer Keon Johnson there.
Yeah, Keon Johnson seems to have based on projections, the highest projection with the highest ceiling by almost where we got. Like Kevin Knox comes in next, and Kevin Knox makes me very nervous. So yeah, Keon's a good call. What about Ghost? Where are you looking around here? Let's say like 10 and under.
So I like the 2 that TST mentioned. I'll also throw TJ Warren out there. He's been getting a lot of minutes for Phoenix. He's at a cap of 7, projection of 18. And then looking at the Washington guys with like Monty Morris questionable and all those other guys out, like you might be able to throw a Johnny Davis in there who's at 6.
Yep.
He's got a projection of 15. Then I like Bryce McGowan's too. It's kind of gross because you don't love the Hornets between him and Svi. What's Svi? Svi's actually at 9. I like Svi more than Bryce, but I think both of them are in play. And Svi's got a cap of 9 projected for 27. So
yeah, Svi's got a crazy projection. I was going to ask about that. I honestly had no idea he was on Charlotte. And I watched Charlotte games this weekend because they were playing Dallas, but I just didn't know it was Svi. Yeah, Svi's the one that stood out to me. I like the TJ Warren call. I like all of your calls here. The Keon Johnson is probably my favorite. I'm actually outside of TJ Warren and Keon, and I like the Johnny Davis dart throws fine. I'm kind of staying away from a lot of this stuff. And Archie Don, blah, blah, blah. Like he's fine too. But for the most part, I don't love a lot of this. Because I feel like, yeah, it's a cap of 6 or 7, get you to 14 or whatever, fine. But I'd rather find some more upside here. So that's why I like the Svi and Keon, because that's some real upside. Getting to the cap of 10 and talking a little bit more about Washington and Portland, the two guys that I wanted to highlight were Jordan Goodwin and Nasir Little. Goodwin, when he's out there, he feels like he's like a steal god. He picks up a lot of steals, which is great in this scoring format. We've seen him drop 40 plus a couple of times early in the season when everybody was out. So I'm a big fan of Goodwin. And Nasir Little, I think he dropped 28 real life points yesterday or 2 days. Yeah, yesterday against the Thunder off the bench too. So you don't even need him starting. He gets great minutes in there. So I like those guys. Oh, go ahead.
And if Watford's not playing, then he should steal all those, eat up all those minutes. So
yeah, he should play a bunch. All right, let's hammer some of this 10 to 20 range. This time, Ghost, you can go first. Anybody stick out to you in that 10 to 20?
Well, you got Paul Reed, the chat's favorite, Jeb Special there at 14. We know Embiid's out tonight. I don't love him because he's playing Jokic, so I know it's a tough matchup, but he's definitely in play if you've got him and need someone in a pinch there.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what to do with the Charlotte news. I don't know if you saw that earlier, but they said that they're only going to start or play 2 of the 3 bigs between Mark Williams, Nick Richards, and Kai Jones. So I would say that Kai Jones is probably in play there at 11 cap there, because they said that Mark Williams is going to sit out this next game. Don't love it, but he's interesting. This isn't. I think the 10 to 20 range isn't my favorite this week, though, compared to the low caps and the high cap guys.
I just want to highlight something too. As I was looking at the spreadsheets and saw Paul Reed not really projecting well, this has not been updated since the news of Embiid being out and some of these other. So if you're not seeing some of your Pacers pop as much, probably Brissett or McConnell and some of those guys, that's kind of why. So I'm going to try to see if we can get that run here while we're live. But in case you're looking at that and being like, what the hell's going on? That's part of it. And I talked to my boss about it, so hopefully that's taken care of. TST, what about you? Anybody in that low range that's getting you little singles?
I like Shaden Sharp, even though his cap's gone up quite a bit. I just feel like with this whole tanking situation, he's someone that they want to kind of get the reps and stuff. Unfortunately, his game doesn't translate super well to Sorare because he pretty much just scores.
Yeah, Jalen Green energy.
Yeah, very Jalen Green energy. That's a great comp.
Yeah.
And so he's I think there's enough people sitting that he can still do some Sorare damage, even though he kind of goes against. And then I like Denny at 20. And I think these projections might even be before all of those Wizards news. So that projection could go up even more. So I love him at a cap of 20. Denny had a little run earlier in the year, and then his cap got a little too high, and now it's come back down to that nice sweet spot. So
yeah, I'd throw Corey Kispert in that conversation too. He's been playing pretty well. I'm seeing our man Sorare NBA squad too. Yeah, Isaiah Jackson with a cap. What's his cap? 18. And you're seeing he's not projecting super well. This is with Miles Turner in. So with Miles Turner out, he's going to get a nice boost. He's a great play. All of those Pacers are going to get huge bumps. Shaden Sharp was who I was going to highlight. I still like him because he is going to take basically the Anthony Simons role. He's going to take a lot of shots. DeLon Wright too, of if the Monty Morris ends up being out, he's going to be someone that is going to get a little bit more run. Ransom Reed 2 asking the question about our friend Anthony Simons, man. I don't know. I don't know. My guess is that Portland's shutting it down. I think they're trying to lose as many games as they can here in the last 8. And then one more question, and then just a reminder, we're going to hit the rest of these projections before we fully get into questions. I don't think we're going to see SGA sit any more of these games. So unless they've come out and said that, I think OKC's like they're in the driver's seat to at least make the play-in game. The last time they had a back-to-back, he played. So I don't think we're going to see that. How did you guys do you differ with that with the SGA take?
I don't differ.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I've got one more guy to highlight. Drew
Yeah.
Eubanks. I don't know if we hit. He's one of my favorite plays on the entire slate, though. At 16, and he's been crushing it and clear path to minutes now. Nobody's really competing with him, so I love that at 16. And then at 17, Javon Carter, I think, is an interesting play with Giannis and all those guys out.
Yeah, that hasn't been populated either with the projection. So he's going to get a nice boost with all those guys sitting. I real quick too, just as we were talking about that, I know we do this a little bit later here. This is why I wanted to show you if it doesn't happen for me this week. So we got Rudy, Shaden Sharp, Eubanks, Benedict Mathurin, Gabe Vincent. Like if there was ever a fucking time, if there was ever a week for this to happen, you know?
Yeah. You give them all away if you don't get at least a tier
right?
5.
That's the least I can do. The least I could do is just, and I'm not just a tier 5, right? But if there was ever a time.
So what around, let's say 6:58, we'll hear Rudy Gobert's not playing.
I know.
And like 7.
And Cat's out. The only
until Mathurin gets injured in the game too? Like
the only other thing I was thinking is like going McConnell and then down here to there's nothing we can do down here. Actually, if we don't do McConnell, sorry, then we'll go right back to these. We could do Nembhard and Jacques Landell, which can someone explain to me why Jacques Landell is projecting well? Is that because we didn't think DeAndre Ayton was playing?
Yeah, he was doubtful listed. So
yeah, he's probable now. He's playing
probable.
Yeah, he's playing now.
Anyway. Which sucks because Biyombo led me to pretty much all my rewards last week, and he had a huge week.
Dude, Biyombo is a monster. All right, before we do the mid-range, actually, let's remind the people, like the stream, subscribe, #Blazers into the chat. We're giving away a rare tier card. So like the stream, subscribe, do it. All right, no more questions until we get through the rest of these projections. And then I promise we'll do rapid fire, just smashing those questions. Unless you super chat, then I'll answer that shit right away. All right, let's do 20 to 30. 20 to anything that's not an MVP. And you can pick 3 this time. And TST, you're back up.
I'm going to go with Naz Reid first at 22.
Yes. Naz Reid doesn't even need people to be out for him to crush. And now we have no Cat tonight.
Yeah. So I'll go with him.
You can talk about some other dudes too.
Oh, yeah. You want all 3? I thought we were going back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back and forth. That's fun. You go.
I'm going to call out Jordan Nwora at 24 with all these guys out.
Dude, Jordan Nwora has been going off the bench, which is crazy. So he's going to cap at 24, projection 19. Like, I think he scored, was it against the Celtics? I forget who they played. He scored like 30 off the bench this weekend. Yeah, Jordan Nwora has been great. I like that call. I'll be honest, I haven't found mine yet, so I'm just going to scroll a little bit. I disagree with the Christian Wood thing because, again, I think this information is thinking that our friend Luka's not playing. I do like Mark Williams, though. I know we talked, and he's got him projected for just one game. I still like him rolling the dice with Mark Williams in one of my squads.
Doesn't Charlotte only have one game this game week?
Oh, I thought, do they only have one?
And I think he's actually not playing because they said that he's out of the rotation.
The rotation. My bad. I thought when I saw that, I thought they had 2 games and he was projecting for 1. So that's my bad. Take it away. Then I don't have anybody that I really like. Dennis Smith Jr. has been playing really well for Charlotte. He had a nice little revenge moment. Let me see if there's anybody else that I was excited about. Jonas Valanciunas has strung together quite a few solid games. They've got 3 games this game week. They're back in playoff position. They're trying. So there we go. Give me some Jonas Valanciunas. Go ahead, TSC.
I was gonna say Jonas, but another one I like is Aaron Gordon. Actually, his caps kind of come down to 27, and this is more like it's a projection play, and just I feel like he has an upside game coming.
Yeah.
And his cap's gotten down to the point where like he could do some serious damage because he's put up a lot of like 40s and 50s. This is so rare for a player that's like, like a star role player for that team. And then with Michael Porter Jr. possibly out, this could be where he gets a little usage. And I think when Michael Porter Jr. is out, like him and Jokic have the biggest increase in usage on their team. So I kind of like him.
I like that a lot. What about you, Ghost?
Give me Brooklyn Bridges. He's only got one game, but he's crushing it right now. He's on a huge heater, and he's at a 36 cap. So I like him as a potential huge value there.
I'm surprised we haven't talked about this team at all, but I'm going to give 2 shouts here. One to Middleton, who has a cap of 33, the projection of 39. I like him quite a bit. I know it's against Detroit, so maybe this game gets out of hand a little bit. Maybe they don't keep the pedal to the gas down to the floor as much as they normally would because it's Detroit. But with no Giannis, with no Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and I'm just going to run it back since we'll do it snake draft. The other one is Bobby Portis, who's not projecting well here, but I don't think that's been updated. I know Brolo is still playing, but without Giannis, Brook Lopez is probably also a solid play. But Bobby
his
Portis,
cap's high. His cap's
because he's been
41.
blocking like 5 blocks a game.
He's been crushing.
Yeah, cap of 41. Wow. But yeah, so Bobby Portis and Chris Middleton, some Bucks. Fear the deer, baby. That's kind of where I land there. TSC, you have one more? Or are you good?
I'm good. I'm good in this range. Yeah.
What about you, Ghost? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready to move to MVP here.
All right, MVP, Ghost. You kick us off. Who's your favorite MVP for this game week? So, by the way, we're at 45. Is that nuts?
Yeah, it really flew by, honestly. It's like you see that huge number. It feels like just yesterday we were starting the season off. So
right? 45. All right, who's your favorite MVP?
I think I'm still going to go with Giannis. We know he's missing this game, but he's got 2 other games. And I'm a little bit more nervous about the other ones. My second pick would probably be Jokic because I think I could see him just going off tonight to prove a point to Embiid not playing. It's kind of like he's dodging him. So let's go off for a triple-double here. So probably going Jokic or Giannis there.
I like that. What about you, TST?
I think I'm gonna go. I think a little more off the beaten path, and I'm gonna go James Harden without Embiid.
James Harden. I feel like you could almost use him as your like second guy too.
Well, that's the thing is like he's like in that range too, where you could maybe squeak him in with a Jokic or Giannis, and then you're really cooking.
I like that. I'm gonna throw 2 things out there. So Luka's projected just for 1 game because this hasn't been updated yet. He's got 2. He should have 2 games. They are a shit show. Dallas Mavericks are in a dumpster fire right now. It is a garbage coach team. It's bad, but they play the Pacers tonight. The Pacers don't have their 2 best offensive players. However, Dallas doesn't play defense. Maxi Kleber might miss this game too, which should help more points get scored. So I feel like even if they blow them out, it's because Luka went for 40, 15, and 15 or something like that. So I really do like Luka. I'm also going to throw one more out there because I'm a homer, but Jason Tatum sat for the first time in what feels like forever. And it was truly, I mean, they said it was knee or something. It was just to rest. So, yeah, Tatum, lock and load. I like him a lot. I know his cap is 52 and he's only got a projection of 48. And you see guys like Giannis, SGA, all these guys projecting better. I think it's a little bit off the board, but I like it. And I will say, too, for some of the guys sitting, like Giannis, like you mentioned, Ghost, they have 3 games. So even though he's sitting 1, you still should get 2 out of him. Embiid is sitting tonight. And I wanted to, Robbie was like, will Embiid play the second game? I think he will. I think he basically came out and said, I need to rest. So if that is the case, I feel like Embiid's still good to go. All right, let's Top Shot Test said, why would he be dodging him? Didn't he drop like 40 on his head earlier in the season? Yeah, it's because he's tired. He's tired. He's a tired man. That's what he said. All right, like the stream, subscribe, #Blazers. There's 130 of you in here, and only 105 have submitted. So go ahead and do that, and we will. That's for a rare tier card. We're gonna fire that up here towards the end. I think it's now time. Anything else we need to hit? Let me just double check. We didn't get any more underdog.
Jalen Brunson's a game time decision.
God, I need Brunson in. Need him in. I'm actually going to see some basketball. I'm seeing some shooty hoops this week with some friends from Sorare. We're going to watch the Knicks take on the Heat, I think, on Wednesday. So, all right, I think that's it then. We'll stay tuned to the NBA injury news as we go. But I think, are we ready to fire in some questions here? We good to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll do my best to direct these to you guys. All right, so Nadez is MVP. We'll start with TST. Kawhi or Jimmy Buckets?
Ooh. Kawhi's what, 46?
Kawhi's going to cap of 46 with a projection of 52. Jimmy with a cap of 48 and a projection of 42.
I was only going to be worried answering this if Butler's cap was lower than Kawhi's. I think I like Kawhi right now with Paul George out. He's been playing well. I know he had his little face problem, but if he's back, I think he's going to put up some big numbers down the stretch here.
Yeah. Harvey was saying, who's the play with Embiid out? Are you talking about the Sixers? I think Paul Reed will get the start or be the first guy off the bench. It depends what they do with PJ Tucker. I wonder if they just put PJ Tucker on Jokic, which they did the second half of that game when they matched up right after the All-Star break. One thing I will say, though, if you're trying to figure out who to play from the Sixers, is that like foul trouble is going to be a thing. You know, if Paul Reed is covering Jokic, just keep that in mind. How is Giddey projecting? Sure, Axe. Let's take a look. Josh Giddey, who's quietly been putting together like a really good sophomore year. He's going to cap at 35, projection of just under 37. You get 2 games from him. All right, here we go. This is for you, Ghost. Reese says Eubanks or Javon Carter.
Give me Eubanks. Eubanks is one of my favorite plays on the slate, and you probably only got one game of Javon Carter being relevant, where Eubanks has 2.
There we go. I like that. KB97 X Club. Let me do that again. KB97. That's an exclamation point. The TSC, this is for you. Which lineup would you prefer? Luka, Jokic, Isaiah Jackson, Jonas Valanciunas, and Eubanks, or Jokic, Randall, Eubanks, Middleton, and Joe Val. So basically, one is Luka and Jokic?
Wait, how?
Yeah, that's the one you fucking do, man. Right?
That works?
Yeah, for MVP.
Well, yeah, but with Joe Val is a 30, though, right? Eubanks and Isaiah, I don't know if I guess.
Yeah, it's the first one, right?
It's got to be the first one.
Yeah. Do we need to go on the Twitter for the giveaway? No, you just got to like the stream, subscribe, #Blazers. That's all you got to do. Naz Reid or Grayson Allen? What do you think, Ghost?
Give me Naz Reid all day.
Yes, Naz Reid. All right, let's do this. Harden with 2 games, and we can all answer this one. Harden with 2 games or Embiid with 1 game as your MVP. I'll let TST, you go first. We'll start at the bottom, work our way up.
I think I'm going to roll with Harden.
Wow. What about you, Ghost?
I think I'm going to do the same.
Harden, let's do it. All 3. Let's rip and roll. Alex Green says Randall or Harden. Both project like super well tonight specifically. I'll answer. I'm going to lean Harden. Harden's outside of Luka and Jokic and Sabonis tonight. Harden's like just for tonight is like my 4th favorite play. So I really like Harden. Nembhard or Agbaji, both now. Nembhard's projections aren't going to look right because they haven't been updated since 11 a.m. Eastern time. So he's going to cap of 21 and projection of 24. Ghost, I don't know. Who are you taking here?
I'm leaning towards Agbaji.
Agbaji, yeah. I think I am too. All right, here we go. I'm assuming this is pick 1. Red Wolf says Brooke Lopez, Triple J, Ja Morant, or Jamal Murray. We haven't talked about Ja at all, who is now back in the starting lineup. He's got a cap of 46 and a projection of 47. And Jamal, because to me it's between those two, I think, has a cap of 37 and a projection of 40. Who are you guys? We'll all answer this one. Who are you guys taking? I'll put that back up. Sorry. Ghost, you can go first.
I think I'm going to go with Ja.
Yeah. What about you, TSC?
I mean, you got to go Ja if we're not taking into account caps, right?
I think so too.
These are pretty drastic cap differences, so I don't know what we're asking here exactly.
Yeah.
Are we sure that Ja is playing full minutes now? I know he got 29 minutes in his last game and then kind of easing back in.
He went from the bench from his first 2 games, started last night, played the more meaningful stuff. I think his last rotation was shortened a little bit. I think that had more to do with the current rotation was like crushing. So I think they like held off bringing him in. Isaiah Joe or Terrence Ross projections. All right, let's look at that.
I'm rolling with projections this week, I think.
Terrence Ross has a cap of 17 and a projection of 15. So I know he's coming off that like incredible performance where he dropped 30 off the bench, but Isaiah Joe, like sometimes Terrence Ross like barely plays. So Isaiah Joe cap 15, projection 20. Is anyone taking Ross here?
No.
All right,
I think Ross is kind of jumbled with like 4 or 5 different guys that are coming off that bench over there.
Yeah, I think so too. Snoopaloop in the house, investor. Butler or Booker? Where are we landing here? We haven't talked too much about D-Book. He's got a cap of 47, a projection of 51. Who are you taking in this matchup, Ghost?
I'm going to go with Devin Booker.
Yeah, me too. Felix is saying, who's the most improved 76er with him beat out? Maxey, Harris, or Harden? TST.
I would say that Maxey's the most improved, but Harden has the highest ceiling still.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree with that. Fiorello, excuse me, I do that every time. Hayes and Nembhard, I'm assuming that's Killian, or CJ McCollum and Nicholas Batum. Man, that's tricky. Ghost, where are you going there?
Batum, I'm not super. He's got 20 and 29 in his last 2. I think I'm gonna still lean to Killian Hayes and Nembhard though. I don't love the Batum play.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go the other way. Not that anybody asked. I think I'll go the other way only because I like CJ's upside, and with no Paul George, Batum's minutes are a little bit. Although we did have talked about this, where like his scoring actually goes down when those guys are out. So, so do you guys think Giannis over Luka for MVP? I mean, I don't know. Is anybody taking Giannis there? It's okay if you are, but I'm taking.
I think it's pretty close. I don't think it's outrageous to pick him.
No. Yeah, I don't think it's outrageous either. I'm taking Luka, though. All right, let me see. Will Brissett get a playtime boost? Because he should get a little bit of a boost. What do you think about Jabari Walker? We talked a little bit about him, right? All Blazers are a go. Is anybody out on Jabari Walker?
I think he's one of the less attractive guys of the bunch, even though he is only a 6 cap, but he's like still even at the highest level. I feel like he's getting maybe 15 minutes where like, I don't think he gets as big of a boost as like the Nasir Littles and I think even Keon Johnson's ahead of him.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Carol's asking a question here, is saying, rate the 3 pairs, Giannis and Io, THT and Şengün, or Bam and Dort. There we go. Haven't got one of those in a while. All right, you had a second to look at the pair. TST, we'll all do this one. Who are you taking of those 3?
I don't think I can not pick Giannis here.
Yeah, highest upside. What about you, Ghost? That's got a Chicago brother in there.
Yeah, I'm going Giannis as well. I don't love Io, but I think Giannis has by far the highest upside side of any of those guys.
Yeah, if Şengün was doing Şengün stuff from 2 months ago, yeah. I think I'd roll with that. But Şengün's minutes are so freaking weird, so I'm not touching it. Trey Murphy with 3 games or Jalen. Wow, I think this has to be Jalen Green, even though Trey Murphy helped win me $7,500 the other night. Trey Murphy has a cap of that cap is so high. That cap is so high. Yeah, it's Jalen Green here, right? Is anybody taking Trey?
I like the 3 games. He's coming off a 55-pointer there. It's tough. I was looking at him as one of my value picks, but his cap is very high.
I mean, I like Trey Murphy. I'm just saying I think I'd take Jalen Green. If it was Jalen Green 1 game, Trey Murphy 2 games, maybe. You get 2 cracks with Jalen Green. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I still lean Jalen Green.
Yeah. Reese is asking you, TST, specifically. James Harden or Kawhi? It's a tough one.
Kawhi has 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is tough. I feel like if you're making this decision, you're in a good spot. Give me Harden.
Oh, he loves it. He loved making that call. Basically, Luke. Oh, this is from earlier. Luca and Isaiah versus Randall and Middleton. Well, no, because yeah, Luke. It's Luca and Isaiah, especially now with the. This is from like the Luka Jokic lineup. Yeah, dude, you got Luka and Jokic. Also, Fenny made a great joke. He said live before cock. There you go, dude. Crush it. Harden, Kawhi. Okay, so we just kind of answered that one, right? Where we lean Harden. What about SGA move the needle? Or is it the
I'm still
same?
going Harden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I'll say is that like when Harden, you're going for like the first game only. He needs to explode for him. Like the other two are probably going to outscore him compared to his other game if Embiid's back. So I think it's just the ceiling play there. If you want to be a little safer, then I'd go maybe the other two.
Real quick too, Maxi Kleba has been ruled out, which really just means more fucking points from that game. All right, Harden or AD. All right, we haven't talked about Anthony Davis at all. It's a lot of, I mean, no one knows what to do with Harden here. Anthony Davis only has one game. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm still taking Harden here. I know AD's been playing out of his mind. LeBron is back. Maybe some of the usage goes down a little bit. His cap's pretty. James Harden. It's James Harden for me.
I didn't think we'd start this or at the start of the show. I didn't think I'd get to this point where apparently I'm Harden's biggest fan. So
yeah,
I'm just rolling Harden with every question.
Hashtag Harden. Holiday or Adebayo. So Sport Freak Holiday has been ruled out for tonight's game. So you're only getting 2 games from our friend Drew. Bam has a cap of 35 and a projection of 38. Holiday, on the other hand, has a cap of 34 and a projection of 40. But again, I don't know if this has him ruled in for 3 games. So projections are meaningless. Ghost, where are you landing there between these two?
I think I'm going to go with Bam, but I think it's very close, and neither one of them have been playing great in terms of Sorare placement or stats the last couple of games. But I think Bam has a little bit more upside.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd go Bam. You just hope he blocks the shit out of some stuff. Robe is saying Brissett or Paul Reed. I'll take this one. I'm going to say Paul Reed, even though the foul trouble makes me a little bit nervous. Paul Reed does a little bit of everything. Brissett's great. I think Brissett's fine too, but picking between the two. There we go. We haven't talked too much about Middleton, except for when I was like, oh, I kind of like Middleton. Maxi has a cap of 33 and a projection of 33. Middleton, where are you at, girl? Cap of 33, projection of 39. Both have the same cap. TST, who are you taking there?
Ooh, this one's tough. I really like them both. I have one in my rare champion. I have one in my rare contender.
There you go. Play both
this week. So play them both. Like you can fit both those into a champion.
Figure it out, dude.
Easy. Yeah.
Let's put the question back on you. We'll fucking figure it out.
I think I'd lean Middleton here. I love the 3 games. I love that he's getting a game without Giannis. Whereas, Maxi, not having him beat is a plus, but the other game he can, put up a dud kind of.
I promise you Middleton's not playing all 3 of these games.
Yeah.
He'll definitely, he's probably going to get 2, but it is without Giannis and Drew Holiday. Like he's going to take shots. And if somehow this stays a close game and Middleton gets his full allotment of minutes, like he's going to crush. Like Middleton should crush tonight. We haven't talked about De'Aaron Fox, so he got hurt on Friday night, I think it was. Didn't play Saturday. And then got ruled in, so he's good to go. So we haven't talked about him, his projections. I don't know if they'll be there. No, they got him for 2 games, cap 41, projection of 42. Mobley, who's been a machine lately, and it's like if he doesn't score 20 points, he's like, okay, fine, I'll score 15, I'll get 10 boards and 3 blocks. Like it all averages out with Mobs lately. He's on like a 3-week heater right now. I feel like we're all going to lean Fox, so I'll just ask it this way: is anyone taking Mobley between those two?
No, I think if the games were even, I would consider Mobley, but the 1 game of Mobley versus 2 of Fox, I think you got to lean Fox.
Yeah. What are you, TSTU as well?
Yeah, and he's got to make a bunch of shots after bashing college basketball, so he's going to
honestly, that was the most relatable thing a professional athlete has ever done, and I didn't realize how true it was until I did this for both the men's and women's NCAA tournaments this weekend, where I would just tune into the last 4 minutes of every game. I was like, oh, it's at less than 10 points. I'll flip over. Like younger Zakarian was very embarrassed. Nembhard or Eric Gordon? I know Eric Gordon gets a little bit more of a boost now, right? With none of those bros around him, but Gordon only just shoots 3s, right? Like he doesn't do anything else, but he's projecting pretty well. Ghost, what are you doing there?
I gotta go Nemhard. I don't feel good about playing Eric Gordon. Like you said, he just shoots, and if he's not having a good day shooting wise, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, and I know the projections aren't up to date, so keep that in mind. Like Nembard's not projecting really well, but I still would take Nembard there. Rank the pairs: Brolo and Jabari Walker, Shagun and Batum, or McConnell and Mathurin. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna be honest. I'll just say right off the bat, I don't love any of these. None of them make me like. Normally, I'm like, oh, it's that one. I don't know. Ghost, where would you go here?
Yeah, I feel a similar way here. All of these have like warts on them a little bit here. I feel like I'm gonna rank it number 1 Brolo and Jabari Walker. And I don't feel great about that, but Şengün has just been awful lately. I don't love Batum, so I'd probably go McConnell and Mathurin number 2, and then Şengün, Batum 3.
Yeah. What about you, TST?
I'm going 1 or 3 there.
1 or 3. Yeah, I'm going 1. That's the only one I'm ranking. Couple more injury things. Gordon Hayward, doubtful for Tuesday. Kelly Oubre, questionable for Tuesday. Terry Rozier, absent for Tuesday. So there you go. There's some Hornets news, which means DSJ, Bryce McGowan's, all of those guys get a little bit of run.
Shvi Milicic.
Shvi! I keep thinking of the movie Hook. RJ Barrett has a cap of 30 and a projection of 27. Let's see what else we got. Any word on what's going on with Drew? He's got 3 games. So yeah, so Drew's just, it sounds like the Bucks played 2 games this weekend in Utah and then in Denver. It sounds like they're just giving them the night off tonight. And then I'm sure Middleton and Brolo. Yeah, actually, you want to talk? I know I mentioned Bobby Portis a little bit. Bobby Portis might be the only guy that plays all 3 games. So, and I know, when Giannis comes back, it's probably Brook Lopez that's it. So I would just throw that out there. There you go. There's your tinfoil hat stuff. Hardaway Jr. or Christian Wood. So both Kyrie and Luka are playing. Let's see how Hardaway's got a cap of 26 and a projection of 26. But here's the thing. This is useless because Luka's projected out in these projections here as of 11. So I don't know, man. Do you guys have a strong lean on Christian Wood or Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Fade
Either
them.
one. Hate them. Okay. I trust Tim Hardaway Jr.'s minutes more than Christian Wood's with everybody healthy, but with Maxi Kleber out, they got less bigs. Maybe I'll just say, and no Miles Turner defense. Just fuck it. Christian Wood, who cares?
I was gonna say I trust his minutes more, but I don't trust his production in those minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Shinro says Jamal Murray, Walker Kessler Ranger, or Tyrese Maxey. Ghost, what say you?
I like all 3 of those guys. I think I'm going to lean Walker Kessler. The amount of blocks that he gets and just racks up points has just been wild, and so I'm always going that direction. I think
I'm going to say Jamal Murray unless Lauri Markkanen gets ruled out, and if Lauri Markkanen gets ruled out, Walker Kessler 100%. I know they're not the same position, but what we've seen with Lauri out is that Walker, like, he scored 31 real point. He had like a 31 and 11 line this weekend. So just remind the people to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Blazers into the chat so we can fire up a giveaway here. We got about, 10 minutes or so left. I can tell, guys, that I'm still not 100% because my voice, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is slowly dying. It sounds like I was at a Korn concert or something.
You should go to the LeBron James of doctors.
Of throats, the LeBron James of throats.
What a ridiculous thing to say about yourself.
I know, dude.
The LeBron James of this.
I'm going the other way, man. I actually like it. I think I would love to have it reminds me of people that listen to music on public transit without headphones. Like I would love to have that confidence.
It's the new way to talk in the third person.
Yeah. And I'm historically out on third persons. You know what? One other thing I want to talk about, just because I keep getting so many fucking DMs about this. And then excuse me, we'll go back to questions. I've gotten so many DMs about this right here. This tweet. So the NBA tweeted out today, NBA moment presented by Sorare with the look at the NBA's top 7 leading scorers. So a couple things I want to say about this just right off the bat. This moves no needles, right? Like no one was on the fence with So Rare and then was like, dude, did you guys see the fucking NBA account tweeted about this? Like, you gotta get it. Even Pranksy famously from Top Shot now into So Rare, it does nothing. So anybody that's like our bag, don't treat this like the Premier League, right? Everybody relax. But my favorite thing is that they called it a moment.
It's incredible.
Do you? All right. So I want I want to pose this two ways, I think. Do you think this was either an NBA Top Shot ad that the NBA fucked up? Or do you think it was, or I guess we'll say like, what's the more likelihood? Or do you think it was So Rare trolling Top Shot by using the language moment?
Man, I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't see this until you just are sharing it here, but that is wild. And it sounds like it's a corporate partnership deal, like the NBA moment presented by Sorare. So maybe it is just them trolling and just getting under the skin of Roham and company.
If it was on purpose, it's the second thing, 100%.
If it was, say that again.
If it was on purpose, it was definitely from So Rare purposely using that language.
That to me, I don't think So Rare probably was like, hey, we're gonna do like a top 7 leading scorer thing, and then the NBA fucked it up. That would be my guess. To me, there's no upside from two brands bleeding out right now to start a war. You know what I mean? All right, we got a super chat, baby. This is how you get a question answer right away. Rank these again. I'll never know how much this is. But
yeah, what is it? What currency?
First of all, we already played the THT video, but we didn't play this one.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
All right,
Norwegian krone. The Norwegian krone.
Does YouTube just sort it out for you and just give you the right currency that you want? Okay,
Yeah,
you're not going to the currency exchange down the street.
No, I hope he has to take out 25 Norwegian krone.
Honestly, would love to. I would love to be a little bit more international. You know, I don't want to be the dumb American. Just give me whatever currency you got. All right, PJ is actually, so again, this won't be up to date because he's got a cap of 28 and a projection of 34. This is before we knew Gordon Hayward was out or doubtful. So I think PJ probably gets a little bit of boost. I think I'm ranking these. I think I would rank these. Oh man, probably PJ Portis, THT Tobias. I fucking hate Tobias Harris. What do you guys think about this? Anybody? We'll all answer this one just because it was a super chat. Go ahead. Ghost, why don't you go first?
You nailed it. I'm going the same as you. PJ's been crushing it with all the bums that he's playing with. And then I like Portis without Giannis for at least one game.
Yeah. What about you, TST?
I'm just scared with one game that I don't know. We find out PJ's sitting 2. That's the only thing that scares me from picking him. But other than that, I like Portis as a play. So if you're the other 2, I'm less looking at, but because Portis 3 games, so.
That's fair. I want to say a lot of people in the chat think it's a troll. 100% sure troll. I hope it's a troll. I agree with Ransom Reed. They couldn't tell the difference between the two, probably. Just happy to have more revenue streams. There you go. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think, wait, hold on. So Weisberg says So Rare definitely used that language. That's the NBA screwing up. I think that's weird if So Rare did that. I'll ask them. Mitch is here. What's up, Mitch? Hey, that was 239, Nug Life. Thank you, Nug Life, for figuring out what the knock was. Like the stream, subscribe, #Blazers. We're going to give this away here in just a few minutes. George is here. George, we love seeing you. It was good to have. Thank you for covering everything on Friday, dude. You crushed it. PJ has to at least DM you by now, Mike. You show him more love than his mama and his baby mama, for that matter. I think PJ. Listen. You can look it up. It's on the blockchain, which is something we used to get hard about. But PJ's first moment was given to me. Was given from me. It was a gift. Let me see. All right, I'm caught up on the chat. Why don't we do this right now? Why don't we plug a little bit since we're 50 minutes in and people are getting in their giveaways here. TSC, what do you got cracking now that you're in a new home? What's going on here content-wise? Anything we need to tell the people about while I drop a link to your YouTube?
Just head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm hoping to get the game week previews rolling this week. I think I finally have everything around the house set up enough that I can devote some time to that. So just looking forward to kind of maybe get on a little roll here, get ramped up before playoffs, and then we can start to really cook.
Absolutely. I just dropped the link to TST in there. Go ahead, subscribe to him. He's awesome. We're TST fans here. We're happy he's back. All that's very exciting. And then let's talk to Ghost. Who Ghost is a man of blogs, but also a man of spaces. What do we have going on there? And I'm going to drop a link to your Lucky Trader blog into the chat right now. But you can also find this in the show notes after the game as well.
Yeah, thanks. We're still writing the primers every Monday and Friday for the game week, so check those out if you like content similar to this. And then, if you like broader NFT space stuff, I'm on a Twitter Spaces every morning for Lucky Trader called The Lucky Lead, and then we do a couple other longer form video shows, and then I write a bunch of content over there, so check that out if you're interested in diving deep past Sorare.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if you don't like doing it, just go do it to support people, okay? Listen, they are sacrificing time. The least you could do is hit subscribe to all of those stuff. That's because that's how we support one another, not monetarily, except for Norwegian cash, which we're rolling in now, baby. Yeah, and just a reminder too, if this is your first time, wait, did TST move over the border so he could join the oversubscribe? You know what, Mike? He didn't, and I haven't forgotten that, okay? I haven't forgotten that. But real quick, just a reminder, if this is your first time joining us, we do this live before lock show on Mondays and at Fridays at 5:30 Eastern. We do a daily show here on our channel at 9 a.m. Eastern where we talk about basketball. We have lots of other fun content that you can find. I'm not even going to explain it all. Ooh, breaking news. The NBA deleted the tweet. The NBA is the ones that screwed up. I love that. You know what ended up happening? Rohan was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" What's he been tweeting lately? It's a autonomous instruction, autonomous computation, whatever he probably like had ChatGPT send over a very hateful message that was like, "Take this down." Oh, I love it. Breaking news. Actually, you know what? Breaking news. We're no longer going to monetize this. We'll do this instead. Not going to play the whole video, but I do enjoy that one quite a bit. Jump shoot with a random stray over there. All right, we'll do one more refresh to make sure I didn't miss any other injury news that came in. I'm going to have to drink just a bucket of tea and honey after this. I can feel it's like deteriorating in real time. Yeah, I agree with the chat. That is really, we should just talk about that for a second. It is so funny that tweet got deleted.
Kind of seems like something Top Shot Tony should fire up a Spaces for.
I can't. If I do Top Shot Tony right now, I'll be like Bernie Sanders by the end of this week. The 1%, the 1%. No, we can't. No Top Shot Tony's in retirement, I think, or remission. Top Shot Tony's in remission. All right, let's see. We are up to how many people in this giveaway here? 136. I used to demand us getting over 200 before I gave away a rare tier. Now I'm just giving away rares. What was the tweet? I think we still have it up here. It was this one right here. The NBA moment presented by Sorare. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll do this. Oh, I don't think I have Top Shot Tony. I did a reboot of my computer recently.
Make sure you screenshot it before you refresh or it'll go away.
That's what I just did. We just did a screenshot. I'll tweet that out from Tony here in a little bit. I remember where I was. Well, actually, I'm going to tweet that on my account. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, hold on. Also, First Mint getting feisty. Holy crap. Hold on. I remember. Do you? How about that? That's pretty good, right? Oh, Norwegian bucks. Let's go.
Get your crone up.
Wow. This is AD and Shvi, right? Triple J and Connaughton or AD and Shvi. Is this AD and Shvi?
Yeah.
I mean, Shvi's like probably projecting better than all of them right now. Shvi's my MVP this week. All right. Anything else we need to hit before we get out of here? You guys feel good?
I'm feeling good this game week, actually. Feeling good. Probably a bad sign.
I'll just recap here, not pass. Upcoming, my teams. So we're rolling out Jabari Walker, Daniel Gafford, Okay, I have to fucking delete this lineup. Let's go build the team. I'm glad I just looked at this. Limited contender, and we will show all of them. Oh yeah, we're already doing that. So I'm still gonna roll with Gafford, even though he's questionable because he projects so well. Jabari Walker, come on down. Let's see what else we got. We've got now a cap of 28. Do we try to is anybody like you should be playing Kevin Porter Jr. here?
No.
Don't love it.
TJ McConnell. We'll throw TJ McConnell in here. Gives us 20. Let's see if there's anybody. Watford's hurt. Hardy's too high now. Shaden Sharp are already playing. Anybody else down here? Javon Carter already playing. Gabe Vincent. We'll play Gabe Vincent, who projects well. That gives us 42. Who can we smash? De'Aaron Fox. Let's go.
Ooh.
How about that?
We're cooking.
Submit. Yeah, I don't care.
I've got a question for my rare champion. Actually, I've got Randall, Levine, Sharp, Eubanks, and then I had Halliburton in my last spot, but now I'm a little concerned. Do you think he plays the second game, or do I pivot to Van Fleet, who I also have, but he's only got one game as well?
Freddie's been on fire. I think I'm playing Fred Van Fleet there, just in case.
You have a thought there?
I'd play him just because it's the Halliburton. Like, you'd just be kicking yourself if he just doesn't play, and then your whole lineup scrap. Like,
I agree. That's what I would do. I mean, Hallie's definitely got the higher upside, but his
100%.
floor is 0. That would drive me nuts, right? I don't know. I mean,
that's good advice. No, I don't want to take a 0 and then have a great lineup and then be missing it because of one guy. So
yeah, because then think about it. You're only that away from giving away all your moments on stream or your cards. Let's see. Did anybody like my tweet?
I like how we're getting a behind the scenes look at the Twitter content of Mike.
This is how it works. This is how it works.
Did anyone like my tweet?
Yeah, that's exactly how it works, baby. All right, here we go. Let's see. I want to make sure I got everything here. Let's give this thing away. So Ayton or Giddey, give me Josh Giddey. I'll answer that one. Paul Reed should start, but we've seen them put PJ Tucker on Jokic, so it's definitely not safe. But Paul Reed's gonna play. He's safe. He's gonna play. If you win, shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian or in our Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord yet, if you haven't signed up for the VIP yet, what are you doing? Okay, I stopped asking you for oversubscribed money. That's the least you could do. Valanciunas, Bridges, or Vooch? Bridges, right? Yeah, Bridges.
Yeah. I like Bridges. He only got one game though, but
whatever.
Got a huge upset.
It's Bridges, Vasco. Here we go. If you win, shoot me a DM. Best of luck. Make sure you do your training lineups, okay? Make sure you do those training lineups. Who do we got? Winner, chicken dinner. Sam Oglesby. Let's go, Sam Oglesby. Oh, this is a nice photo, too. It's nice. At least I'm not getting some weird-ass PFP, all right? I know who Sam is. Congrats, Sam. Shoot me a DM. Appreciate everyone being here. Yes, Aiden's playing. Noir's good. Good luck to all. 3 games for the Pels. There you go. That's all we needed. Appreciate everyone being here today. Best of luck in your game weeks. Check out everyone's content that we shared in the chat. If you're watching this after it ends, check the show notes. We are out.